Like submission has to be bought nowadays. Just having a good wife has to be paid for nowadays. Because if I don't earn this amount, then I'm not worthy to have that.
Older women want to be younger.
Yep.
Right. So you have 40-year-old women and 46-year-old women trying to look like and act like the 23-year-old. Then how do you know? Because when you're young, you don't think there's consequences, right?
Yeah.
The only way you know there's consequences is someone, like you said, the OG pulls you to the side and is like, look. So I feel like the problem is in our culture specifically, like we don't value experience and age. Like I look to those women for what I want it to be. But there's nobody like that now. Like now, I mean, there are some, there's some amazing, but really the culture is chasing youth. So it's like backwards. The older women want to be young. That's the only thing. Like, there are women, and this is no disrespect, but no women in their 60s getting BBLs. Like,
that's crazy.
What is happening? What are we doing? So how can a woman who's 23 trust your leadership if you're trying to look like her? Felicia Rashad wasn't trying to look like I was trying to be like her. But if she was on the stage with, her butt out and trying to look like me, then I wouldn't have respected her. So I feel like of course people don't believe there's consequences because the older people are lying. They're lying. They're chasing the same thing. So you have rappers in their 40s and 50s getting into beef with Kodak Black, that makes no sense. There should be in order to lead, you have to lead by example.
Yeah.
And to me, everybody is chasing the youth, the younger culture, which makes them disrespect. Why would I look at you? You want to be like me.
Well, I think another thing is, and I take the accountability for the men, and I hate that I have to do that right now. But there's a lot of older men that want to be young.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And a lot of times it's the ones I would say that aren't married.
It always.
And so now they want to be young so they can get the young girl. Right? And now you have the older women who want to look young because the one in her age group is looking at the younger girl and dressing young and damn near acting young.
Acting young, yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's like, at what point are we going to have people that want to actually be a real community role model?
Well, I think it takes, like I said earlier, I know I'm going to say something that your audience is not going to like. And that's okay.
That's beautiful.
I'm okay with them not liking it because I know I'm right. You know what I mean? Because I've already lived that and I've lived that and I've seen it. So I know, but I think we have to be okay. This cancel culture and people feeling like they have to placate what's popular is a problem. People know, but they're just quiet. And you're right. There is, for hip hop, that is one thing I can say I really do appreciate about Jay-Z is he did show his maturity. Maturation is a beautiful thing. But unfortunately for women, there's very few examples of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're wearing the same get up that you were in your 20s and you're acting the same, that's a problem. You know what I mean? So I think that and I feel like that's a part of what I have to do. I have to say, it doesn't make you powerful. It doesn't make you a boss to have sex with all these guys. And if you get mad at me, that's okay. But at least I planted that seed because that's what I'm supposed to do. Just like when I was younger watching Claire Huxtable, she was just fly, but she also was not saying the same thing that I was thinking when I was watching it. She was leading by example. I might not have agreed with it, but now that I'm older, I get it. So I think that our culture has to embrace that. And I think people that are older, we have to be brave enough to make young people mad. And, it's like, Carisha, please. That's a whole, I'm not gonna agree with her. She's not gonna agree with me. And that's how it should be. If I did agree with Carisha, what the hell have I been doing for these 20 years? If I haven't grown, we should not agree, right? So, but I know people my age that want to cater to that. It's like, ooh, and I'm like, girl, that makes that's a city. I can't be I'm not a girl.
50 years old.
But that's a problem.
I'm not a girl, I'm a woman.
I'm a woman, but that's a problem. The problem is we don't want to piss them off because they're louder, but they need us.
Yep.
They need us. And if they don't agree, my daughter didn't agree when I told her that she couldn't wear certain things to school, but my daughter is 28 years old now and she gets what I was saying. You know what I mean? So, but if I was saying the same things that she was, I would, my grandmother used to always say, it's nothing worse than being old for no reason. And there are a lot of people in our culture that are old for no reason, just old. Now you just look worse. Because
with a platform.
With a platform. It's like no matter what a woman does that is in her 50s, you could be gorgeous. You're still not in your 20s, and you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be, because you have the maturity and the wisdom, and you're supposed to be able to take them under your wing and say, girl, I got you. And you have so many more opportunities. I can add my wisdom to that and help you push you forward.
Why do you think, all right, so obviously addiction is like a drug, right? I mean, not addiction, attention is a drug, right? But why is it so, I guess, addictive to the point where you're like, you don't want to grow? You know what I'm saying? Like what about it makes you not want to say, okay, it's time for me to go to the next level in my life? Or, let me go to the bigger step, the bigger picture, which actually has more money, because you know what I mean?
More money, but there are a lot of people that are driven by. There are a lot of people that would rather be popular than rich. Like really, like I know that from working with celebrities. Like some of them, if you say I'm going to give you $50,000, or I'm going to give you a brand deal that puts you on billboards across the country, they would pick that because they get addicted to people seeing them and recognizing them. That has more value to them than actually the money. I also want to be honest, because it's a different, like I told you earlier, that power of feeling like a man's attracted to you, it feels good, right? And I think the same thing with men. A man wants to know that that he can catch, that he can hunt, and he can get that, and he can capture and take it back. A woman wants to know that she can show up in all her feminine glory and be attractive and desirable. And as you age, it changes, right? And it's a little daunting because it's different. So I know I love my husband to death, and I know that he loves me. But when I go out, I have a different response than I did when I went out in my 20s. And I have, and sometimes that can get to you. It's like, man, I used to be, and that changed a little bit, right? But you have to know that it's different levels. And when I see my daughter doing that, I'm like, okay. It's kind of like in The Lion King when Mufasa was like, the sun has set on my time. Now the sun is on your time. Like you have to know when it's time for you to go to that next place. But I'm not going to lie and say that it is a little bit like, it's any type of growth is uncomfortable. So you have to be willing to go through that. And I think you also have to see value in yourself. And if your only value has been in being attractive, if you've never focused on anything other than getting men's attention, then you're going to have a hard time getting older.
You know what I just kind of gathered right now? You said often that a lot of people they either do things for money or they do things for attention, but the attention feels empowering. Mm-hmm. So if I say power, so we have a lot of people nowadays that want to do things for money. Yep. They want to do things for power. People don't want to value respect.
Yeah.
And when you have respect, you have more power that can earn you limitless money.
That's true.
And I think that we got the game messed up because we value so many people who have money and power, but no respect.
Right.
But we don't want to value the people that have respect that got them money and power. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kendrick, because he kind of said that, in his in his thing. Well, he did. He said, money, power, respect, but the last one is better.
Yeah.
And
that takes a person that understands the long game. That also takes wisdom to understand that, because it's like the tangible things are the things that if you're dealing with your self-esteem, you're trying to figure out who you are. Respect is not something that you can it's something that you can feel, but it's not something you get an immediate gratification upon, right? Mm-hmm. It's something that's built over time. So you pull up in that brand new something and it's immediate gratification. The girls is coming out. A friend of mine just got a brand new Maserati, and he's like, I pull up in this, I get all the girls. Duh. I'm like, that's not a big deal. But to him, he wants that immediate gratification. The same thing with power. When a person when you see what people will do, I've seen, and I'm definitely like all for women. Like I said, I've done Charm and Etiquette. I love empowering women. I've seen women do stupid stuff. Because, like, okay, I've been in studios and the girls will just start. I was at a party this is what I first learned. Because at first I was like, men are the problem. It's men. Hip hop is misogynistic. I was like writing essays about it because I've always been a writer. I was really like, black men are just not respecting women. I moved to Atlanta, started representing rappers. So I was like, it's not them, it's us. I went to a party that T.I. and Michael Vick had. I have never seen such beautiful women doing things that nobody had asked them to do.
Yep.
No one had even asked them to do it. I'm like, at least be smart. Like, wait until there's a dollar amount offered. Like, what are you doing? What are you looking for right now? Because you're just in violation. And it's like a thirst and a hunger to just be near. Like, you're not going to take him home. What are you? You just want his attention for the moment. It's wild. And that happens and so I can understand as a man how that could get addictive and also boring.
Yeah.
Because they'll do whatever. So, okay, so let me see you do this. Let me see you do that.
And then and he's up.
It ups. So, I mean, but that let me know that it's not necessarily, men are not always the motivators behind women's bad behavior. Sometimes it's just them, just like we talked about men wanting to show off to other men. Sometimes women want to show other women, I'm the baddest in the room. I can get it. And I'm like, but what are you getting? This is going to be a very quick, very unsatisfying situation.
Validation is like a disease at this point.
But it's because you're not happy with yourself. Because there's no way that you should be taking. I would be like, he didn't even ask you to take off your clothes yet. Like, at least just hold on until he asks. Let him ask. Because how is he going to value it if you just do it? And I've also been on, when videos were a big deal. When I first moved there, we were still doing a lot of videos, right? And I remember thinking, because I moved there and I used to work corporate, so I thought, I'll go to a video set and all the guys are going to be just, I thought, oh my God, you'll lose your husband in one of these things. First of all, because guys they're numb because they see naked women doing crazy things all the time because they have money or because they're around money. I'm not T.I. or Michael Vick. I'm just hanging out. And I'm going to get some of that just because I'm associated with it, right? So
it's hard to say no.
They're not going to say no. Why would they? They can't outrun it. Like, I can't. It's too
Who am I to say no to God's child?
If I'm not a dream killer. If she wants to do this, let her do what she wants to do. I can't even blame them.